He's averaged 18 touches a game this year, and he scored a touchdown in 4 of his last 5 games. Great matchup this week against Kansas City. They've allowed the most yards per game and the most fantasy points to running backs. At number 4, Derrick Henry. Hey, Cynthia, this one's a little obvious, isn't it? This guy's been on fire. 78 fantasy points in his last 2 games. That's all he's had. And he is a very solid start against the Redskins, who've allowed the most rushing yards and 5.2 yards per rush since week 11. At number 3, Amari Cooper. I get it. Stinker last week. He will give you the gift of a fantasy championship this week. Why? He's playing the Buccaneers. They've allowed 7 top 12 wide receivers in 2018. At number 2, Dalvin Cook, who could bring Marcus a fantasy championship this week. He has seen his touches go up in 3 straight weeks, and he had a big game earlier this season against the Detroit Lions, and he's become the featured back in Minnesota once again. And at number 1, Nick Chubb. Coming off a game last week against the Broncos, only 10 fantasy points, but he's got the Bungles this week, and the Bengals, well, they just struggle to stop the run. In fact, earlier this season, Chubb had one of his best games against them, so start Nick Chubb for your fantasy championship week.